Guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you a video today to discuss how new shoes get released, because there seems to be a lot of confusion on this particular topic. So the best way to explain this is to start from essentially nothing. A company is deciding that they're going to produce a brand new shoe, and of course I'm talking about big companies like Nike, Adidas, Puma, brands like that. So if they're going to produce a brand new shoe, generally that brand new shoe is in development about 2 years in advance of the actual release, some even longer than that. So basically what that implies is that these companies already have a general idea, I should say, of what's coming out 2 years in advance of that particular product actually being released to the public. So that's probably the biggest thing that I think a lot of people don't understand. Nike's not making the Superfly in the span of a couple of months and then releasing to the public. They're producing this thing well in advance of the official release. Once that new product has hit the market, they're already working on the next one that's going to come out in 1 to 2 years from now. So just keep that in mind. None of these shoes, and this is something that is a really big misconception, are direct responses of another company's actions. Yes, they might push a release date forward a week or two, sometimes even a month, just to compete or to try and take away some of the steam that another brand is getting from a new product release, but never are they producing a brand new product and releasing it to the public within a month or within a week of another product being released. Meaning that if Nike comes out with the Magista Obra, Adidas isn't coming out with the PrimeKnit 2.0 by developing it within the span of a week or two and releasing it just to have a knitted product on the market as well. This is, like I said, something that is produced well in advance of the official release. Another thing that you should know in regards to new shoes being released is how big retailers, or any kind of retailer for that matter, actually goes about the ordering process. If you're, let's say, a small soccer store, I'm not sure how a big, large-scale soccer store would work, but a little kind of mom-and-pop shop soccer store, the way it works is you actually order your product about 9 months to a year in advance of the actual release. So you kind of have to guess what's going to sell. It's a very tricky thing, but that just goes to show you that within 1 year of the actual release date, that's when these stores are actually ordering their new product. So they know what's coming out a year in advance of the actual release date, which again just tells you that, like I said, these things are not produced in the span of a couple of weeks and then kind of released to the public. The final thing they have to keep in mind is production dates. If you look at the size tag on any pair of shoes from pretty much any brand period, you're going to find dates on the size tag. Some only have 1 date, some have 2 dates. If there's 2 dates, that means it's the start of production and the end of production. If there's 1 date, it's just a production date in general. So what that essentially tells you is when that shoe was actually produced, which is generally about 3 to 4, sometimes even a little bit longer, 3 to 4 months in advance of the actual release date. So in the case of the current Tiempo line, you're going to find that a lot of them were produced about 3 to 4 months ago, depending on your specific pair. Meaning that, like I said, this is something that was planned out for a long time now. Companies made their orders to get the new Legends or the new Tiempo line about a year ago, or sometimes some people even a little bit longer, and they're finally just coming out now. They were produced about 3 to 4 months ago, and like I said, they're finally being released to the public. So just because a new shoe is out right now does not mean that they just made it last week and it's finally becoming available to you. These shoes are not in constant production. Everything is planned well in advance and everything is released after the production has ended. So I actually do have another video called Colorway Availability and Restocks. I'll leave an annotation on screen. You can go ahead and check it out. It kind of explains that whole situation. But basically, when a new shoe comes out, not only is the production of that shoe over, they're already in the process of producing the next shoe or the next colorway or whatever's going to be coming out 3 to 4 months in advance of the release that just came out today. So hopefully this explains some things to some people. Some of you may already know this, but like I said, there's a lot of confusion around when shoes actually get released. They're generally produced about 3 to 4 months in advance, and the only thing that's really going to change in regards to release dates is that they may push it up a month or a couple of weeks depending on the situation, whatever they deem is kind of the best for the company. So that's kind of my video. Hopefully you found it interesting and informative. If you did, be sure to support it with a like. If you have any further questions, leave them down below in the comment section, and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you aren't subscribed to the channel already, be sure to hit that subscribe button for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.